Yes, we're live.
Hey,
Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Don. How's it going, buddy?
it's nice to be here. Thank you for having me, Rob.
Yeah, well,
Cheers, my friend.
anytime you want to come by and hang out, it's open mic. Yeah, the captain was, I know the captain was pretty sick after New Year's and stuff like that, so I haven't heard much from him lately.
Oh yeah, I remember he wasn't doing well when you guys tried to watch, was it Scrooged or something?
Yeah, we kind of checked out early because he was feeling shitty. So yeah, so
Yeah. You
I've
haven't
been.
heard from him since, huh? Or haven't he's been under weather since then?
Well, I don't know if he's still under the weather, but I mean, life happens, so I haven't really heard from him since then. So
All
I've been
right.
hitting the streams and inviting someone different every week.
Yeah. I was watching. I've watched the last couple weeks actually. So hey,
Excellent.
there's the horror cat, Dad.
I'll revolt.
Yeah. Well, I imagine we'll at least mention it. I think we just did actually.
Yeah. What's up there, Sean? Man, good seeing you, buddy.
My brother. Cheers, my friend. Cheers.
Congrats. Greetings and salutations. It is I,
There he is. Good evening.
Professor Macabro. Hey,
That's
Big
the
Ant, what's going
man.
on, man? What's happening,
Hey,
dude? Mondo Cinema, thanks for showing up, buddy. Anti Puma. It is a Puma.
rawr.
Yeah, so I got some cartoon and comic book tapes recently, so I figured I'll show a couple of them off. And I also got I got a couple that are pretty well, in my opinion, are pretty funny. So I thought it'd be fun to see what you think about them.
Where'd you pick these up from?
Yeah, all the Captain Speed recovery. I think he's probably feeling better now, but you know how it is. New Year and stuff like that. It's probably busy and shit. So
Well, he hasn't been putting out a lot of content either. He was cranking out stuff at Christmas time, so I
yeah,
noticed he's been whatever, slowing down or under the
he was
weather or
taking a
something.
break. He was taking a break or something like that.
Yeah, it's easy to do that. Um, where'd you get these tapes you picked up from?
Most of them I got. Well, most of them these cartoon tapes I got in like different bundles from picking up tapes and shit like that. But I picked up a few here and there recently because I'll get into it as we go along. But because I'm into doing a display with some tapes, so I picked up recently. Anyways, just for horror cat dad. There, I got an X-Men one.
Okay, good. We won't have to revolt then.
No Revolt. I only have one. I only have one X-Men tape. And like I said, I don't really seek after these tapes. These are tapes that have come to me, like. So if I wanted to have more X Men tapes, I could go and buy more X Men tapes. It's just this is what's come to me. You
What
know,
is that? Is that like a best of or volume 6 of a
it's an episode.
44?
It's a certain episode called The Cure. It's like
Oh,
number
okay.
like number 8 of the volume,
Okay, shout out to Robert Smith.
and the episode is called The Cure.
Yeah, shout out to
So,
Robert Smith. So it's just one episode, half hour? Or
I'm not sure exactly. Let me take a look here.
I have all
So
sorts of X-Men questions. We're gonna get to the bottom of this stuff, Rob.
if I can get it open now. Come on, they're in there, good, eh?
Yeah.
Gambit was always my favorite. Horror cat. Horror cat dad says. Always.
Gambit. Yeah, I knew Horcat likes Gambit. He has a figurine, I believe, in the background of one of his videos.
It is. Well, it's from '94. It doesn't say how long it is. Okay.
Yeah, Horcat Dad's saying that they only do one episode per tape with those X-Men.
Yeah, it's. I think it's only one episode because it doesn't say how long it is.
Wow, yeah. I remember like a lot of those old TV sets on VHS come like that. I mean, some they'll put 2 or 3 episodes, but yeah, that one, that's brutal. Trying to collect the whole series would take an entire shelving unit.
Yeah, for sure. What's happening, Echo? What else we got going on here in the chat? Did some fast food or pizza slices sale the old X-Men tapes in the '90s?
I think
Uh,
I believe Pizza Hut had some sort of something where they had X-Men tapes.
yeah. There's also the Burger King Ninja Turtle tapes.
Oh yeah. I knew
I
you'd
have
know the
those.
deep cut ones. That's what I
Robin
was
Ron Delay.
flexing for before.
It'll pump you up. We'll pump you up, Professor.
We're the new Hans and Franz, except
Hmm.
we drink.
Yeah, we drink beer instead.
We will cheers you up.
I got one somewhere. Two Pizza Hut VHS tapes. The ones with the black and gold sleeves. Okay.
I remember the commercials and like the ads, but I never got any. That was right when probably college age, so I didn't go check
Yeah, I
them
don't
out.
have any of those ones either. Hey, what's happening, Ginger Ninja?
Ginger
I do
Ninja.
have the Burger King. I have the Burger King Turtles ones. There's four of them in the set.
Oh, okay.
I have those. I didn't bring
And
them
what
up
was that
because
like? Is that like you buy a meal and pay an extra couple bucks to get one, or what was that deal?
I'm not really sure exactly. I know VHS Mikey has a video he done where he has the original like advertisement. Like it's a big cardboard thing, and the tapes are like hanging from it.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I guess you could have bought them at all four of them in a set, or maybe you got one of them at a time. I'm not sure.
Huh.
Len Dogs here. What's happening, Len Doggy? Yeah, so I have those four Ninja Turtle Burger King ones, but I didn't bring them up because I'm saving them for another. I'm making a display with them, so I didn't really want to show them off this time. But I do have turtle tapes here
Yeah,
with me now.
don't waste all your bullets now. Don't burn them up, brother. Don't
I
burn
said
them up.
I only brought up the like kind of recent ones and some ones that and a different variety. You know, like I got a couple of ones that of tapes that I watched when I was a kid. Like I watched the X-Men cartoon when I was young.
Yeah, yeah.
I brought I got the Spider-Man. This is a Spider-Man. It's got a couple of different episodes on it.
That one was super common. I used to work in video stores, and every damn store I went in had that Spider-Man tape, man.
And this Spider-Man's tape is pretty cool too because it's got like the original '67 classic
Oh, okay.
and it includes the original theme song with it
Oh,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the old 67 Spider-Man, huh?
Well, it's got three. It has three episodes, or it's got three. Yeah, three, I think it's three episodes of the newer Spider-Man with the Green Goblin, the Kingpin, and Doctor Octopus.
Okay, those are the three you want.
And then it's got that bonus old school episode on it or whatever.
That old school Spider-Man was on when I was a kid. Like they used to show it on the Bozo Show, and
Yeah,
it
I
would
love
be
that. I love
on.
that old school Spider-Man. Man. The tape's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's got a blue top. The tape.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever seen blue top before. I've seen red for sure, but blues and green, but I've never seen
yeah.
blue.
Red and green is common.
Yeah.
Let's see what the professor's saying here. Burger King, we wish you were a turtle Christmas. Yeah. Broke me even as a diehard Turtles fan with some stinky. Yeah, I don't have that. Mikey has that though. VHS Mikey has that tape. It's not the. It's pretty cringy. Everybody's saying hello in the chat.
Yeah, I like
So
when
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
gets along.
I do. I got some. I guess I'll show some turtle tapes while we're talking about the turtles. I did
Oh,
bring up
let's.
one. I got I got like
Cowabunga.
four different. I got the shredder. The shredder is splint. The shredder is splintered.
That's clever wordplay.
Yeah, had me tongue tied for a second there. Hold on, let me pull this up.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, go big. Go big for me.
The shredder is no, yeah, the shredder is splintered.
And they got the terror drone back there. And
Yep.
oh, wow. Yeah. Now, is that Bebop or Rocksteady? I get them confused.
I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've done.
these two.
I've
So
had too
this
many
is
beers.
like a standalone episode, I guess.
Okay.
Because I have a couple different ones. Couple of them have like a number on the side, like they're as if they're a part of a series. But I'm pretty sure it's one tale on each tape. You know.
Okay. So another collection, if you wanted to get a bunch of them, you would have to fill up a whole shelf.
And here's another one that looks like it's a standalone episode called Attack of the Big Mac.
I've been there. So it's like Return of the Mac. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about those robots. Oh, the little walker robots. Yeah, I completely blocked those out of my memory. They're too nightmarish.
Attack of the Big Mac. I like to attack a Big Mac every now and then myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see what the chat's going on over here.
The Big Mac.
I have a memory of seeing a few big box versions of those turtle tapes. Also saw some Transformer ones. Oh, I have. I didn't bring them because they're in a separate box packed away. But I have the clamshell version of the original Transformers movie. I got two. There's two distributors that you can collect, and I got the both of them. I can't remember what the names of them are at the moment, but
One of them a Vestron, probably. No,
I can't remember what one of them. I think one is them. I think one is Anchor Bay, if I'm not mistaken, or I could be mistaken. But there's one of them is a name something like that, and then the other one is, and I can't remember what that name is. But
there's the one that makes all the kid tapes, and I remember it's in the bottom corner. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There's one that's a little bit more collectible than the other one, apparently.
Oh, okay.
So I just can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Drinking beers,
Checking tapes.
Checking tapes, drinking beers, and sometimes your memory slips.
Shooting the poop. Yeah, I feel you. What you drinking there? Beer.
I'm drinking some Sapporo's.
Oh, that a boy. I thought that was a pizza place.
Oh, that's Sapporo's. I got the sleeve. The sleeve is from Plattsburgh, New York. From Plattsburgh Beach, New York, the Cantina Hut on the beach in Plattsburgh.
Nice. Never been there.
It's nice. I mean, it's Plattsburgh, but it's all right. It's a beach.
I'm drinking Rocky's Revenge.
There's
a Lake Mills has Rock Lake. It's a local Wisconsin lake, and they have a sea monster or a lake monster, Rocky, that lives in there. So Rocky has his own beer. So I'm drinking Rocky's Revenge, and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd support the local brewery, and it sounded fun. It's a brown ale. I like that, a little thicker.
Hey, what's happening, Big Cat? Was it
FIY? Is that the one with the crayon, I think? And I think that's FIY.
It could have been.
Because I think they did the G.I. Joe ones.
No, it's not.
So that's why
I think it's for some reason I'm thinking it starts with a V, the name of the company I'm talking about.
V for visitor?
I could be wrong. Every time I say that, it's always not what I say. So
FHE? That could be it too. I remember it was letters with
Oh, man, I heard that.
See what I mean? Please do not call the police. I have nothing to do with none of that.
There you go.
I mentioned to Rob before we started that there's a cheerleader convention here. So yeah, please, any yelling of young girls, I have no control over. That had nothing to do with me, man.
That was loud, man. Holy shit.
I told you, I went out there earlier and one of them was doing handsprings. I was like,
man, there's nothing worse when there's a gang of kids in a hotel, man. They think that it's like it's a free for all, and they go mental, man. Especially if there's a pool. If there's a pool, forget about it.
There's a pool. The place is big, so they can run laps. There's and then outside, there's 15 inches of snow, so they're trapped in here with me.
Oh, that sucks, man.
I've had worse things happen, but as long as the audience knows, every now and then we're gonna hear that.
Well, they could have got stuck at some other hotel, and you could have been there without them and been nice and chilling. That would have been nice too.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed that it's a one-day event.
The fuck's a handspring?
I think it's like a kind of a backflippy kind of thing. I don't know. I don't keep up with cheerleader hands. I heard him say, "Do a handspring," and then I saw the one girl start doing a thing, and then I was like, "All right, I'll be back in my room if you guys need me."
Echo got a different take on it. There's a man hiding in his hotel room from a pack of killer screaming cheerleaders.
Well, yeah, thank you, Echo. You're my new legal counsel. I appreciate it.
He just turned the whole thing upside down.
Yeah, blame them. That's what I would do.
There you go. Pack of killer cheerleaders. Boom. Let's see here. What's Big Cat saying?
See? Mm-hmm. Don't mind the screams of like a bunch of 14-year-old girls.
I was like, maybe I don't think anybody will figure that out or think that, but then I guess I was wrong. People jump straight to that.
I've learned to be defensive, man. I've learned to be defensive.
So since Big Cat's in the audience, he gave me these two ones. I'll show you now. These are pretty cool. These are like I don't know what year they are because I got sunglasses on that I can't see the small writing, but these are pretty cool. They're clamshells. One is a thing.
Ooh, nice.
And I think there's some other stuff on there because there's Spider-Man. And I watched these. I watched these fully before, but I just can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's that whole late 60s set where they did like what the Hulk and Spider-Man and the Fantastic
Yeah.
Four. And
You know,
yeah.
it's not the greatest like intricate animation there, but they're pretty cool.
No, they all had cool theme songs and they were real like 60s, 70s kitsch. Turn that over and look at the spine. It looks like John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it was all bookended, you would have to double check and be like, what the hell is that? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're nice, man. Super nice.
That's a cool pull, though. I like that. That's retro pop art culture. Like,
He actually gave me a few pretty cool tapes when I first started open Rob's Vintage Video. He gave me that. This one's pretty cool too. The Red Skull.
Oh yeah, same thing. Wow, yeah. Captain America was part of that group I was just talking about. That's cool too.
Captain America on the back.
I mean, they're real plain, basic covers, but I actually like those more than a lot of other.
They're pretty nice.
Yeah, they're super cool.
Tape's pretty plain, but
how's the clamshell plastic holding up? Strong.
It's good. And they're not. It's not a clip. It's not. They're like the Disney. They're kind of, you don't snap, right? They just like. But yeah. they've been taken care of so well. They're super sharp and strong, and
nice.
Stay together pretty well. So.
Yeah, some of my black clamshells were the first to start to degrade, so that's cool.
I don't think they weren't opened that often. I don't think, because I watched them once. I watched them once each since I've had them, and they've been sitting on the shelf ever since. So yeah, well, those are pretty cool. I found this one recently. This is a page right out of history. Flintstones.
Oh, nice.
And let me see here.
That the cover, I believe, is the episode where Fred Flintstone pretends he's a rich dude and he tells everybody his name is Frederick J. Blah, 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 blah. And that's like the bit. He covers his mouth to say his last name. My name is Frederick J. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, it includes the hit song Flintstone Bop.
Can somebody do a screen grab of Rob using a magnifying glass to read the back of that?
It's small writing, and I got these glasses are like. I'm pretty sure these glasses were for blind people or something.
But you're doing detective work. That's awesome.
They're dark as hell, man. But I got like lights just so you can see the background, and I'm not completely disappearing. I have to have light right in my face, shining on the shit behind me. I started when I first got it. I was doing it without the glasses. I was like, by the time I was finished, I couldn't see shit. But anyway,
with those glasses on, does some of the tapes say like obey and consume and stuff?
Some of them do. I should probably keep these on, man.
Yeah, for sure. Stay woke. Keep your third eye open.
All right, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, we got that one already. Sugar and spice situation. You are safe, Don.
Thank you. Macabro, I like the new Avatar too. Godzilla with a taco is freaking awesome.
Carpenter's Thing featuring The Thing.
I'd watch that. Mash up. Where my editor's at.
Hey, what's happening, Big Tony?
On the road to 2K, #1 YouTuber in the world.
Sherlock Rob or Blind Rob. You can go either way.
You should do like the top secret bit where you have the thing and you got the giant eye.
But to be honest with you, even if I didn't have the sunglasses on, I'd still be using this because the date is written like I am over 45. So
see, I feel you. We're in this together, brother. Yeah. Every time I have my phone out, I keep it with my phone. They're a pair.
Yeah, as much as I don't like it, I'm needing them more and more. But maybe one day I'll go and get that robotic surgery on my eyes and fix them up.
Oh yeah. That's what they say. The people who are farsighted, like us, were that we're primed for the LASIKs.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go to recall. I'll go to recall, and they'll fix up my eyes, and I'll get a vacation at the same time.
Well, any opportunity to get laser eyes, I'm all for.
Yeah,
You
man, it
know what I
sounds cool.
mean? Yeah. I want. Mhm.
I have a friend that who had he had pretty bad eyes, and he got it done, and he's super happy with it. So I was like, maybe
Hmm.
one day I'll go and do that shit when I get tired of like looking for my dollar store shitty reading glasses.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, brother. I got like keep them around. I got one in the bathroom, one in my backpack, one next to the bed. Yeah, they're beautiful. Also, the phone. Download the magnifying glass app on your phone. That helps when you're out and about.
Yeah, for sure. I used to have I have a new phone now, but I had it on my old one.
It helps for sure. Yeah,
Laser eyes, man. How can you go wrong?
that's what I'm saying. You're gonna get that laser eye surgery. It's like if they'll let me. Be dope.
Even if even if like somebody, even if somebody like sat you down and like seriously told you, listen, I can give you like laser eyes, but you'd have to keep on sunglasses to keep the lasers from flying out. You'd seriously consider it because that's pretty
Like right now,
cool.
I'm trying to think of the felony. Like, could I fight off the cops if they came for me after I incinerated some people? I'm like, I've got a whole action movie in my head right now.
Like it's obviously not gonna, it's not a good idea to have. It'd be pretty hard to live with, but you definitely think about it. What's going on, man?
Yeah,
Master of the ADs. Thanks for showing up, buddy.
he was last week's guest, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, there we go.
Recall.
Yeah.
I'm short sighted and would love to get that laser eye stuff, but I look better with glasses than without. Ah, well, there you go.
Actually, now looking at your avatar, you've got kind of a Cyclops thing going. Like, I could see him taking those off and burning some people.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think that's pretty cool. I can see almost anybody doing
Yeah, exactly.
that. After watching Final Destination, never will I ever get laser eye surgery or drive behind a truck carrying a giant ass logs. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
it's good. That's good to live by. So yeah, like Cyclops, exactly.
Cyclops. Yeah, yeah. So Scott Summers, is that his name?
Yeah, I always liked that character because I thought that was cool. Because all you just threw some glasses on, they were funky glasses, but nice big thick ones. But I mean, and then he was just walking around like a normal dude, but pull off his sunglasses and blast shit in half and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
Like I like how he's got the laser like aimer with the what is it, some sort of special ruby lens or whatever. But then yeah, when he's out and about, like blending in, his incognito costume was like just some red sunglasses, like real
Yeah,
chilling. Like yeah, I like him. He looks cool.
some super high tech Ray Bans or something.
Yeah.
Mellow Mutant, what's happening, buddy?
How you doing, Mellow Mutant? Fellow Wisconsinite, you hanging in there in the snow too?
Man, I wish I was getting snow here. I'm in southern Ontario, and we got rain, and it's still raining. I can hear the rain outside right now.
We had no snow all year. It snowed on Halloween and it snowed the day before Thanksgiving, and then we had like one dusting. And then as soon as Christmas passed, we've just been getting dumped on. We've got literally almost 2 feet now. It's ridiculous.
I love snow, man. I wish it was.
Oh, me too.
I wish it was blizzarding right here, right now. But all we keep getting is rainstorm.
I mean, part of the reason I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt is I was out digging out my car and I got all sweaty, like trying to like dust it off and stuff. I forgot how much work it is to lift all that crap. People have heart attacks and shit, man. Like, but as long as I'm inside, I love the snow. Snow out the window is awesome. Snow when you're trying to walk or whatever sucks.
Oh, I don't mind being out and about in it too. It's just that I think most people hate snow because when it's vehicle related, Excuse
Wolverine
me.
and Thick Rogue.
A thick road.
You ever seen Thick Rogue before, Rob? It's a meme that goes around. There's one episode of the X-Men where Rogue is laying on her side and they kind of shoot her from behind and she's got hella cakes. Like it's she's
No,
more than a handful on Rogue. She's
I did
thick
not
with
see
two
that.
C's. Yeah. So
You
yeah,
remember
keeping that
that? You remember that one back in the day, the Juggernaut bitch. Remember that one?
Juggernaut, bitch.
That was pretty funny, man. That little clip they did the voiceovers on.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. Hey, Craig, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, clearing the snow. You mean dragging all the bodies?
Yeah, exactly. The snowstorm cheerleader massacre.
Hey, at the least you got a movie on your hand right there.
Well, before they came, there was nobody here because nobody could get here. So these
Yeah,
folks just braved the elements. So it was The Shining 2 nights ago in here. It was me and two other people or whatever.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like it when it's like that.
Yeah, yeah. I was
It's,
I was in the pool hot tub room. It's like this big, huge, auditorium room. And I was just singing my heart out because nobody was in the building. So.
that's cool. You know, when you're alone in a place, it's awesome. But it also has like a little bit of like an eerie feeling when when a place meant for many people is empty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You get like
yeah,
that eerie kind of feeling. You know, I love that, man. I think that's cool.
yeah. The old abandoned videos feeling.
Yeah. You
Snowstorm
watch it?
Cheerleader Massacre. I'm sure it's on Tubi. Just start checking, Jason. I bet it's there.
We got movie ideas all day long, man. At this over here. So I don't know. Let me see if this. Let me ask you if this was one. If you know about this cartoon here. This is one of four that I have, and this is David. Let me just bring this up here. I don't know how I got these. By the way, they came obviously in another bundle of something else, but uh,
Oh,
David,
wow.
God's champion.
Yeah. That's got to be dollar store fodder, right?
God's
And
champion, ladies and gentlemen.
those knockoff cheap religious videos, they're all at the dollar stores before the
And
VHS left there.
that's right. I got that one, and that one also came with
Moses.
Walking with Jesus.
Look at the way they're
Walking,
running to hug him.
they're walking with him, man. They're hanging out with him. They're chilling. The
Jesus
back
looks
is
like
not. The
he
back
looks
is.
like the Jesus from Family Guy.
Yeah, he looks like it's like a cool dude, man. And that came
Walking
with
with Jesus.
also comes with look, look what God made. I guess
What is that?
is a
What is
nature.
that fox pointing at? Look what God made.
They look like they look like they're pointing at him, and he looks like he's looking at them.
Thanks, X-Pac. Look what God made. And look at dude, he's astonished.
He's got
He's
no
like,
shirt on.
wow.
He's got no shirt on either.
That's what I'm getting at. What is going on? And there's the tortoise and the hare are there for some reason.
Yeah, look what God made,
Wow.
man.
I don't even need
And
to see it. I can make up my own story.
the last one is here comes Jesus.
Oh shit. Is that a threat? Don't you threaten me with the savior.
He's coming. He's riding a donkey too.
My God, he's behind you. Jesus got ass.
He's coming in like the three amigos.
Yeah.
Here comes Jesus, baby.
Yeah, he is. Jesus got ass.
I remember when I got these four tapes, I pulled them out of wherever I started reading the titles, and I was laughing my ass off. I said, "This is awesome."
I was trying to guess of like which biblical characters translate to cartoons. That's why I thought Moses might show up. I was like, no Moses tapes? That seems like a natural. Too
No,
Jewish.
Jesus,
Too
Jesus,
Jewish.
Jesus all day long. Hey, son, hey guy, what's happening, man? Hey, there he is. Crusher movies. What's going on? Oh fuck, Bible cartoons.
Right. Right.
Didn't David fight a giant? The hell's he doing fighting a lion? He's fighting a lion.
Yeah, that's Daniel. Daniel fought the lion.
Yeah, Daniel fought it. But it says David, God's champion. See, they don't even know.
Does he have a slingshot? Isn't that a bat? What does he have there?
I think he's got a shitty looking bat.
Yeah, he's got like that shillelagh, like the leprechaun uses.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's got, a shillelagh.
And is that a sheep in his arm? Because he's a shepherd, so it's a shepherd's hook, right?
Yeah, that sheep was just chilling too.
What the fuck? Yeah, this is. I question the authenticity of the history of this tape.
I don't know. It was made with his approval, I assume.
Has the Lord's blessing.
So, You've seen those floating around. Like I said, I didn't seek these out. These tapes fell into Fox. They fell into my hands. So when I started reading a lot of the titles of these kind of tapes are hilarious. So if you're walking with Jesus, you're probably dead. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume that. Where is it?
In those times when there was only one set of footprints in the sand, look for little fox prints. Look at him. What's on his shoulder? A squirrel?
Yeah, it is.
That's nuts.
Hanging over here.
I like how the children run to him like he's a rock star or something,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's Taylor Swift or whatever. Like, look at him.
Jesus, man.
Literally.
Literally, yeah, exactly.
Literally, as a Jesus.
Oh man, God was drunk when he made
The platypus. Put it on my bill. Cain and Abel. That's what I'm saying. Like, all the Bible stories don't translate to cartoons. There's a lot of death and violence and plagues and shit.
Jesus got ass. Popeye cartoons and Top Cat or something like that. I have like I didn't bring them up because I didn't want to get into it. I was maybe thinking about doing another thing with Popeye because a lot of Popeye cartoons are not really acceptable these days, I would say.
They got a lot of like foreign characters and stuff in there.
Well, there's a lot of kind of racism against Native Americans and stuff like that, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not all of them, but there are some, especially the old ones, and so I was like, I don't know if I really want to deal with that, but I might look into that deeper on something else. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I think that's the reason a lot of those disappeared. Like, a lot of those old Woody Woodpeckers and stuff just disappeared because they had all sorts of, like, pretty rough caricatures of people.
I thought I had a couple old Superman tapes, and I went looking, and I didn't seem to find any because I wanted to have a little bit of a mixture, and I guess I don't, or I didn't look in the right boxes, so I'll have to get on that.
Those Fleischer ones are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how long till a Popeye horror movie? Once Popeye gets in the public domain, how long before there's a Popeye horror movie with Olive Oil as the final girl and stuff? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Somebody did Steamboat Willie recently. Where that's ringing a bell for? Where did I see that?
It fell into the public domain, so there's already a Mickey Mouse horror movie. I forget what it's called. I already saw the trailer for it.
I mean, somebody on YouTube. I think a channel that I follow, or I've seen somebody do something with.
Pugwall 316 put up a recut. He put new audio over it, I believe.
Yes, that's it.
Because I had never seen the whole cartoon before, and I watched it on his channel. It's like 8 or 10 minutes or whatever it is. So it was kind of interesting. I'd never seen the whole thing.
Yeah, I remember that now. That's what I'm talking about. I remember actually seeing you comment and say that.
Yeah, shout out to Pugwall 316, Matt. He's good people.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hanging out with him soon, sometime in the new year.
I will.
I would assume.
I'll be on his channel Tuesday for part of Wings Hauser week. He and I will be watching The Carpenter together. So
The Carpenter. Have I seen The Carpenter? I'm not sure.
A dude gets his arms cut off in that. It's I think Wings Hauser's a ghost carpenter that kind of has an affair with this woman. It's sort of a horror Lifetime movie kind of deal. But be sure to drop by Tuesday afternoon, my channel or his. It's a simulcast.
Well, this sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I've seen it.
I think the Red Letter Media guys did it, and a few other like cult cinema people have talked about it before. It's a crappy cult classic.
That's a pretty cool concept, man.
Toxic spinach, like
Yeah,
Chud. I like
turns
it.
turns him into like a Hulk-like Popeye. Starts throwing people.
Yeah, with the crazy forearms all mutated, and he's punching everything, and Olive Oil has to run away. Make a Mandy style
Mandy
flick.
style flick.
Olive oil. Papa eats a ton of devil's lettuce instead of spinach and goes for revenge. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Be sure to submit your idea for a Popeye horror movie in the comments below, please.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I kind of like that. Brutus does something to Olive Oil, and then it's just a straight up revenge movie.
Yeah, Popeye all covered in blood with the white sailor suit, all blood splattered.
John Wicked or whatever, something like that.
I know what I can stands, and I can't stands no more.
Can't stands no more. I'm going to kill everybody now.
I ain't no doctor, but I knows when I'm losing my patience. That's classic Popeye.
Now you're dead.
Popeye. And then the Wimpy cameo where he's trying to get a burger hooked up for tomorrow and he gets like an axe to the head or something. That would be awesome. Yeah, that's what I was thinking before with if Popeye's the villain in my version, Bluto's either going to be the hero or else Bluto's the douche that gets killed like second or third, and it's satisfying to see him go. Like he needed that.
Yeah. I'm the best there is.
This is a real Liam Neeson monologue here. Professor has written out.
Yeah, Professor, he's got this down, man. He's ready to do it.
Liam Neeson as Popeye.
He's ready to shoot it.
Yeah, he is.
Now I should have brought up some Popeye, I guess, but anyway, I didn't.
Well, his racist ass.
What else did I have here? I got the sealed one recently. This is a sealed copy of Spawn 2. It's a cartoon. It's animated.
Yeah. The old HBO series.
Yeah. Still sealed.
What did you ever see the Spawn live action movie?
Yeah, of course. I got that one too, but I didn't.
Yeah. What do you like better, the cartoon or the live action?
I probably like the cartoon better.
Yeah, it's tough, but the cartoon's a little more edgy and cool and weird.
And the live action is kind of weird. It's a good movie, but I don't know. There's something about it.
It came out around like the same time as Blade, and for some reason my mind just connects those movies. They all sort of look the same. I don't know, but I like John Leguizamo's clown character.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Slytherin
combined with Popeye. Okay. Cartoon is better. There you go.
Yeah, Horror Cat Dad's his cartoon better, and David Keith. Yeah. That's a good point.
What was I watching? The other night The Quick and the Dead was on.
Oh, I haven't seen that in a while. Sam Raimi.
And Keith David's in that too.
He's awesome. Never touch another man's French fries.
I didn't get to speak with him, but I saw him not too far from me when I was at at Halloween at the Frightmare in Niagara Falls.
Mm-hmm.
I was standing there looking at him, watching him talk to some people and everything, and see if I can get him to look at me and maybe wave to him like a jerk or something, But
mm-hmm.
It was busy, so I just kept walking.
That's the free secret menu when you're at horror conventions. You don't have to go pay for a picture. You don't have to go like get an autograph or whatever. They just kind of get you the finger shot or the wave or whatever. It's like just as good. It's just as meaningful to me, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's another thing. The CGI in hell is pretty bad, man.
Yeah. The live action Spawn has real rocky moments. I think the reason I even like the live action Spawn at all is because I watched so much of the cartoon that when the live action one came out, it was cool to see.
Yeah, he looked. I mean, Spawn himself and the clown looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's mostly when, like you said, when we went to hell was bad.
That's what Martin Sheen is the bad guy, I think, in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Spawn? Michael Jai White?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen it, but I remember Leguizamo's makeup, and I remember just being kind of jazzed that Spawn had a live action because that's a crazy plot.
And you also it's also you want to like it too, right? Because you want to like it because what they're trying to do is pretty cool, but Especially the devil, man. Some of the fire in the rocks is kind of like maybe livable, but that devil that's there, oh my god.
Yeah, at the end, I remember the effects and early CGI and stuff was real bad. Yeah, but
What else we got here going on? So I got two more turtles ones. I got turtles at Earth's core.
oh wow, and that's just another one episode. Is
Yeah,
that the Loch Ness monster? Oh, is that a brontosaurus?
it's some kind of like because it's like some kind of like a
Oh, I'm
journey
sorry, that's a
journey to,
brachiosaurus.
journey to the center of the earth kind of thing.
Yeah, that's
It's
kind
a
of cool.
dinosaur. It's supposed to be a dinosaur, I assume.
So that was Turtles in Time before Turtles in Time. It's a
That's right.
predecessor.
And April
Huh.
O'Neil's there. They're all riding this friendly dinosaur.
Make your own dirty jokes at home.
Yeah.
April O'Neil riding a friendly dinosaur.
Yeah.
Uh, um,
And we got pizza by the shred.
oh, okay. See, now that makes no sense. How come X-Men were at Pizza Hut, but the Turtles were at Burger King when clearly the Turtles should be connected to the pizza place? Duh.
They should, but I guess Burger King
Yeah.
jumped on that quick. And
Yeah, they did.
here's another one that's got on the spine, and see it's got number 8 written on there. So I'm assuming that's a part of a series or some sort. Because I have another one that's got a number on it, but I don't have. See there's number 9. I got 8 and 9.
Number 9. Number 9.
8 and 9. But the other two turtle tapes that I have do not have numbers on them. So I don't know. I guess there's like standalone tapes, I guess, or whatever. Who knows?
That's cool though. How many of those Turtles tapes you got? Like, did you bring them all up, or you have more? Or
I
what?
brought up just those. I have those 4 different cartoon episodes, and I have also the 4 Burger King ones that I didn't bring up because, like I said, I was planning to save them for something else. And then I got all 3 of the live action movies.
Oh, okay, okay. That's a good Turtles collection.
Yeah.
Hero and a Half Shell.
Turtles dino figures they made. They had caveman versions of the turtles, and they came packaged with dino companions.
Unfamiliar with that set.
I'm not sure if I remember that or not.
Have you ever seen on the Horror Cat Dad there on his channel? He does there's some turtle crossovers where they mix them with the Universal monsters.
Oh yeah,
So they
yeah.
make,
Those are cool.
yeah. So check out Larry's channel for that. They make really cool toys that are mashups of Ninja Turtles and the Universal monsters. There's cool ones.
Pizza Hut had the first turtle movie soundtrack on cassette. I played the hell out of that tape back in the day. Oh.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Good old ice baby.
Oh, and by the way, shout out to you on your Instagram story where you promoted this video of us. You used Third Base, Step Into the AM. That was a deep cut. I was like, that's my guy. No wonder we're friends.
I love that song, man. Love it. Hey, playing Down Under. Thanks for showing up, buddy. Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah. I got the Cactus album and MC Search's solo album. So,
Plus,
yeah.
I know that you're like your late night, your night owl movie talk. So you like that you're up in the AM.
Yeah.
So
You got to step into the AM. Exactly.
Let's step into the AM.
That's brilliant. Maybe I'll talk to MC Search and try to use that as my theme song from now on.
That'd be awesome. There's a great Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and Ghostbuster crossover comic. Oh.
They make all these cool ass crossover comics. They never had them when I was a kid. Like occasionally Wolverine would fight the Hulk or something. But now they make all these like Batman meet the Ninja Turtles. Like totally different companies make properties together. You know?
Yeah, man. I know. Like, I used to read. Like, obviously, people read more back in the day before there was internet and all that, and watching videos and all that shit like that. So obviously, collecting comics back when we were young, I used to read comics like crazy. But now to try to find time to read, it's kind of like and I have like a ton of things I want to read. I bought the whole series of RoboCop, the 1990 series or 90. It's early 90s. I think it's not 90 or 91. I'm not sure, but there's like 23, 22 or 23
comics, like little booklets or whatever.
What do you call episodes or whatever, or
Yeah,
issues.
issues. Yeah, gotcha.
So I'm like, yeah, I bought them, and I'm like, obviously, I'm happy to invest in them, but I bought them to read them, and I'm like, I'm gonna read them like back in the day, and I used to read a lot of comics, and I still got them, and I haven't started reading them yet. I've had them for a while now, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get around. I'm gonna read them, but
It happens to me all the time.
trying to find time to read them, man, it's like Jesus.
Yeah, I had always wanted to read The Watchmen, the original like graphic novel or whatever. So I had to just put it in the bathroom. It was like the only time, that's the only way I remembered to read it. It's like I'll go work on The Watchmen for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. That's one way of getting it done. I still have a Michelangelo toy from Pizza Hut from the '90s. Cool.
Okay, so there was a crossover with the Turtles and Pizza Hut at some point. That because that would make sense. That's a natural connection.
Yes, that is Brave Star is cool, man. I remember Brave Star. I don't have any Brave Star The Legend on VHS. I wish I did. Yeah, that is a cool tape to have, man.
Yeah,
Nice.
I used to watch it early in the morning. The old Brave Star cartoon.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
Cool. Yeah.
Ninja Turtles met Power Rangers in the early 2000s. Oh,
That's a cool crossover, especially because those two properties, the same audience. There's probably a lot of crossover.
I don't really have a lot of tapes of cartoons I used to watch, like the cartoons that I loved to watch, like when I was a kid. I don't have any GI Joe on VHS. I used to love that show Mask.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to love the show Cops back in the day. I don't have any of that kind of stuff on VHS, you know.
I have some Cops comic books. They made like a limited like 8 edition run of Cops on comic. But yeah, I used to watch that show too in the old futuristic city and all that. That was cool. Yeah, same with Mask. I used to watch that in the morning.
Yes, the bathroom is the best place to read, but that's I don't want to bring because I want to keep the comics in good condition, right? So I don't want to bring them in the bathroom by any means, and like
that's the thing. They get red flagged once they start living in the bathroom. There's like a mental note, like, yeah, be careful. That Watchman's been places.
Yeah, get to work on those roids as well.
Mm-hmm. I need to.
Yeah, toilet roids. But anyway, yeah. So I'd love to read some comic books, but man, it's so hard to find time.
Yeah, I bought History of Violence on graphic novel and a bunch of other ones that, the only place I ever got to read them is if I'm on vacation or if I put them in the bathroom. Those are the only ones.
Yeah. My buddy at the flea market has a few pretty cool, yes, yeah. Toilet
hemorrhoids.
My buddy at the flea market has a nice little stack of like different novels, movie title novels and stuff like that, different kind of books and backs, like how to like the making of and all kinds of shit like that. You know, different kind of all like different movies, and I'm like, I look at it all the time, like, man, I'd like to buy those, but I don't know if I'll ever get around to reading them.
And there's only so much storage you have, right? Like that's my issue with the physical media. Like I'm using so much shelf space and room space for DVDs and VHS that to try to store books, like I used to have CDs too and stuff. And it's like, nah, I got to get rid of them, man. It's got no room for them. You know,
that's another reason why I don't pick them up, because I don't want to dive into collecting something else, because I don't.
Yeah,
the room and just like the energy to collect all that stuff is a lot. You know, it's like.
Yeah, keep track of what you have and you don't. I mean,
the graphic novel as well, very different from the movie.
History of Violence, yeah. I like a lot of those graphic novels because you book them together. Like Rob was saying with the RoboCop, you got to buy like 23 issues or whatever, and then go through each one. And if you keep them in bags and boards, it's a pain to get at them. And, the graphic novel or the omnibus or whatever they're called, like you can get a bunch of old Batman comic books in an omnibus, just a bunch of them. Yeah.
Just read them all in one shot.
Yeah.
One year I remember those cartoons before school, 5:30 a.m. RoboCop 8 6, Sonic 6:30, yeah. Extreme
That
Ghostbusters, yeah.
he nailed it. That's like pretty much the lineup. Yeah, before school, you would wake up and starting early in the morning. Yeah, you'd get RoboCop or Cops or Bionic Six. You ever watch Bionic
Yeah.
Six?
I
Yeah,
remember for some reason when I think about that, a lot of times for me at the time that I got up, there was a lot of Inspector Gadget on when I got up.
yeah, Dick.
Yeah,
The rainbow every
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
Every little kid, I would laugh.
That
Dick.
was on a lot of times early in the morning.
Yeah, Masters of the Universe and Inspector Gadget would always be hanging out together. I think they must have sold as a block or something.
Stop buying
Uh,
comics because of the lockdown. Blessing in
yeah,
disguise 'cause I'm saving some extra cash and space. Yeah.
that's the
That,
thing. I love all those old books, but you just can't keep them and keep track of them and all that. It's
man, unless you have a huge library, and then once you have
yeah,
a huge library like that, it's like, well, I guess I'm living here for forever.
yeah. Well, especially the books, because the movies you can watch over and over and over, but the ability to read a book like six times, that's not a thing I do, right?
No, no, no. Same here. I'll read it once. If I'm lucky.
Yeah, I might go back to it later to refer to something cool in it, but yeah, there's no like a movie I'll watch 10 or 15 times if I love it, but
Yeah,
something, yeah, a book, nah.
yeah. Danger Mouse and Count Duckula. Yeah, I remember those
Hmm
two.
hmm
Society lost its way after losing the experience of waking up to Saturday morning cartoons while eating cereal. It's a correct statement.
When I was a kid, because of my night owlism, I'm up late and sleeping early in the morning, so I'm cashed out. So seeing Saturday morning cartoons was always like a defiant thing for me. It would almost be always after an all-nighter. So all my Saturday morning cartoons are like hazy, kind of acid trip. Like, remember the Alf cartoon and the Snorks,
Yeah, they
man?
were way more trippy for you than they were for most kids.
Yeah, Pac-Man the cartoon is way different after an all-nighter.
Yeah, GI Joe and when you get Transformers out of school, that's around that time.
Yeah, that was the 4 o'clock hour. GI Joe and
Yeah.
Transformers.
So that's what I was going to ask you. I guess that well, you kind of like answered it for me. Danger Mouse and Count Duckula were made by the same company. There you go. So you basically just answered it. So you've always like been up late, like had trouble sleeping at night, or
Yeah. From the time I was very young. I mean, I know most babies have trouble sleeping at night, but as far as I can remember, I'm up at 2 and 3 in the morning. So like a bunch of old school TV, like Lone Ranger and those old Superman cartoons or
Mhm.
black and white Superman and stuff with George Reeves. Those would be on at 3 and 4 in the morning when I was a kid because it was just crap TV. So that's why I know all this old weird crap. I've seen all the old Twilight Zones and Outer
Yeah.
Limits and all of that.
Overnight TV was a trip, man.
Yeah. And then because I wake up in the afternoons often, that's when Saturday afternoon matinees, they would have like the Kung Fu movies and the Godzillas
Yeah,
and Planet of the Apes and all that. Yeah.
I used to stay up like all weekend, man. I remember getting going because I was the oldest of my brother and sister, for the family and everything. And my mom, my parents, my dad was working out of town, working a lot. My mom always had something going on, so I was like babysitting my brother and sister. I usually just did what I wanted. I always did what I wanted. So I would
Did you,
sometimes come home on after school on Friday and just stay up right up to Sunday. Not sleep Friday night, Saturday night, make a whole thing out of it.
well, especially with us, we had the VHS rental lifestyle. So like you'd come home on Friday and you got 3 or 4 good movies on the VHS, like sitting there on tape, renting to watch something you've rented that has to be back by Monday or whatever. So you're gonna crank out. You're gonna watch the big release 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, and you're gonna go you hit the corner store and get a big gulp and order some
Hell yeah.
pizzas and then play some video games all night and the cousins come over and next thing you know you stay up all weekend, man.
Yeah,
Matthew
exactly.
Vinny, my buddy, what's happening? Good morning, man.
There he is. Good morning, people.
Morning to ya,
Matthew
people.
Binney's the man. Matthew Binney's the man.
It's my dude.
Hello, people.
Yeah.
Are you being served?
As a kid, yeah. Well, yeah. Some
Yeah.
late night. There are portions of the late night broadcasting that's shitty. But every now and then, like on the weekends, you get a little bit better broadcasting. But and they'll play something trippy, like you said, Twilight Zone reruns or like crazy sequels. Like weird sequels to movies and that people like
Mhm.
that weren't popular because they were like, didn't follow up
Yeah.
properly or whatever it was.
Stuff that they could sell to the TV stations dirt cheap, like old schlocky horror movies and stuff.
There you go, playing down Anna's got insomnia too.
Yeah, that's me. But yeah, so you feel me on that. That's why a lot of these properties you have I've seen before because I've seen those tapes or I've been up in the afternoon watching them.
Yeah.
Horror first.
Yeah, it's that's why I did that video that I started there, the Friday late night movie, because that was like as a kid, I couldn't wait to stay up all weekend long and see what the hell they were playing. But I always had my mother, like I said, my father was out of town, so my mother would like to spend money when my father was gone, and we always had the cable, like the movie network, man, whatever capacity of the movie network was,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had, we had that. So I like just like everybody today says, oh, I've been watching horror since I was 3 years old, and I've been watching this since I was that. Yeah, I know everybody says that. But I actually I was watching even like I had access to even like 80s pornos that were disgusting. I remember. I mean, you think, oh, you'd be watching. I put that on and be like, I was scared. I'd change the channel and watch something else.
Yeah.
They were aggressive and disgusting.
I We had the black box for a while. You could plug in like this converter that would unscramble the cable signal so you could
There
get
you
all
go.
the channels. And then eventually they figured out, technology found a way to make that not work anymore. But
Hmm.
yeah, I remember having every movie channel, every pay-per-view, every porno, the Spice Channel, you know.
Yeah, that's what most people like. Most people were watching. Like, I'm not shocked when someone says, "Oh, I saw Return of the Living Dead when I was 7." Yeah, okay, yeah. A lot of people saw Return of the Living Dead when they were 7.
Yeah, yeah.
I probably, I don't know. I don't even remember when I saw it. That's how young I was when I saw that movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember watching Jaws when I was like under 10 years old, for sure.
Yeah. I find the stuff that I watched before I was 10 seems to be like the stuff that really traumatized me or influenced me or whatever you want to use.
Late night movies with a good host is amazing, like coffee and a joint in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, those old Joe Bob Briggs and Rhonda Shear and Gilbert Godfrey and Penn and Teller and Grandpa Munster and shit. Yeah, they were all there.
And I would. We had on the regular cable, just regular broadcasting. They had some porno, like soft core porno that would come on at late at night, called
Skinamax.
Emmanuel.
Oh, Emmanuel, I'm familiar with her work.
Yeah, and
She's a lovely
they
woman.
had Emmanuel 1, Emmanuel 2, Emmanuel all the way up to I don't even know what.
Yeah.
So
Oh, there's Black Emmanuel, Emmanuel in space. Emmanuel goes
exactly.
to Africa. Emmanuel gets around, boy.
Oh yeah. So on the cable channel, like on the regular local cable channel, they had a thing called Blue Nuit, which means is French for blue night,
What's it
and
called?
Blue Nuit it means blue
Oh,
night.
I thought you said Blue Meanie, like the wrestler. I was like,
No,
oh shit. Okay,
bleu,
so
it's actually if you pronounce it properly, it's Bleu Nuit, like it's blue nighttime. Anyway,
Blue Night, yeah, like film noir. Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
So, anyways, everybody growing up, everybody knew what Blue Nuit was. That's the porno that comes on late night. I can't remember what day it was. It was like on the weekend sometime. And
Blue Nuit.
I was like, I gladly watched that over because like I said, the porno channels. I wasn't watching the porno channels that were scrambled. We had them, and
Yeah, yeah.
my mother didn't even know that we had them. My mother's like, oh, what package? What's the most expensive package? Okay, give me that package. My mother had no idea what those channels were on that cable box.
That's probably good for young Rob. You probably learned a lot from a young
Oh
age.
yes, I did. I
You knew
remember.
you knew where you found the little man in the boat way before the rest of us.
Oh man, it was like I said, man. I saw that stuff so young that it made me sick to watch it.
That's the thing. When I was young, it didn't appeal to me because it was kind of like,
It was
especially
gross.
some,
It
yeah,
was
the
gross, man.
close-ups and stuff. It's more than you're ready for when you're young.
Yes, I
But
was so young for it to be gross to me. I remember watching it and
yeah,
being like, "Oh, I want to throw up."
yeah. We had it when I was young, and like I say, it's kind of gross and offsetting. It's like watching dogs have sex or something. There's nothing erotic about it. But then when I was a teenager, we had the scrambled. So I've done the thing where you like turn your head sideways and try to figure out what exactly is going on between the
Yeah, yeah. But that was kind of like a part of the fun, though, is trying to get it for free and try to figure it out and see if you can see if it unscramble for a second and you get a glimpse, you know.
Yeah, I see half a nipple.
That was part of the fun of it, you know. But when you
Yeah,
when you get it unscrambled and you see that actual stuff going on, and you're like,
yeah, too much, too much.
I'm 8 years old.
I thought he was here to fix the cable. What's going on?
Exactly. Naked news. That's what I'm saying. That's what you need to ease into it, man. Red Shoe Diaries, Emmanuel, Black Emmanuel, yeah.
Yeah, Red Shoe Diaries. Yeah, what's her name? Sylvia Christel, is that her name? Like she was in all those Emmanuel, and there's like a whole a subgenre of like softcore porn stars, like Marilyn Chambers and Sylvia Christel, and oh God, put yours in the favorites in the comments or below or in the chat. I'm sure we all have our favorite. Shannon Tweed helped a lot of young men become men.
Mm-hmm. So I recorded a Skinamax documentary on a VHS tape, but I didn't realize it was the tape my mom used for her soaps.
She's trying to watch One Life to Live, and all of a sudden
she's trying to watch One Life to Live, and all of a sudden there's people living their life to the fullest.
Yeah, exactly. Lisa Boyle.
Yeah, Ron Jeremy don't help, man. Ron Jeremy's not an attractive dude. That's what a lot of 80s porno looked like. Ron Jeremy style. And it was not appealing, man. Ooh.
No, it was dudes with freakish members and not very attractive faces. Like the dudes were all just ruining it. Every time they would show a pretty lady and you'd be like, hey, and then the dude would come and you're like, that's killing it.
Oh,
it's
yeah, I can't even stomach it.
Get away from my lady, you creep.
Why would you even do that? You know, and I guess they're like, oh, people are going to watch for the spectacle of it all because this guy is like a sight to see.
Yeah, TT Boy, I think it was.
You know, Professor was fascinated with the boobies. We know that. You don't have to explain that, Professor. Come on.
Nobody loves a titty more than the Professor. A hungry baby doesn't like a titty as much as the Professor.
Seeing the beats of two backs graphically as a kid in the movies was not a yeah. It's when you're not ready for it as a kid, man. You're like, what is going on?
Oh,
Silk stockings, yeah.
Oh yeah.
This stream went from a cartoon stream to
this got out of control. This
after hours.
Let's try to steer it back to Fritz the Cat or something. Let's try to Venn diagram our way back to cartoons.
The two of my aunts and some of their friends over to watch Days of the Rise.
Oh hell no!
They were like, "Oh no, I never."
Shannon Tweed, yeah, he knows.
Yeah, Manuel. You please the fifth. Boobies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Let's transition back to animation before we get shut down.
I got Care Bears.
Hey,
Care Bears a movie, and it's part 2.
I can't believe it. I believe I saw Care Bears the movie part 1, but I never saw part 2.
I never saw part 2 either. I think I may have seen part 1, but I've never watched this tape, so I don't know what the hell it is. But
I remember the cartoon. It was like maybe an ABC show.
Everybody likes their own kind of style of stuff,
And the Care Bears were such a successful cartoon. They made a Gummy Bears cartoon.
Yeah. That was actually in the pile of. I have a pile of 4 tapes here of cartoons that I've never watched, and this might be shocking to some people. Who knows? Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah. See, Macabro's getting back, getting a steers back.
Once you get Macabro started, he's hard to stop.
I love runs. Yeah, now people are coming back around. Yeah, they know. They know.
There we go.
Yep.
Care Bears. Care Bears was great.
Did you ever see the Ewoks cartoon? That's on that same bundle.
Yeah. So I had that in a pile of cartoons I never seen. So I never watched Care. I've seen the Care Bears movie, I think, but I never watched this cartoon on TV.
Yeah.
I never was. I think my sister had it on. I probably saw it in the background because I have a younger sister, but
Well,
I never watched Care Bears.
the Saturday morning cartoons, though, they would be on all the major networks, so they would compete. So if you were watching Teen Wolf the cartoon, you were missing Care Bears or
Yeah,
whatever, right?
exactly. And since I was the oldest, I had the rule of the TV, and because we didn't, I had a TV in my room and in the living room. That was the only two TVs we had in the house. Because my brother and I shared a bedroom. We had a TV in our room, and we had a TV in the living room. And even though we had a TV in our room, we'd still come in the living room, take over the TV in the living room.
Oh, the big TV is the that's like the good chair.
That was
That's
the
the
place to
power
get that.
seat. Yeah.
So my sister used to get pissed off about that shit. But anyway, so I
Um,
never watched that. I never watched. I never. You know what? I never watched Power Rangers. I got this Power Ranger tape.
oh wow, is that cartoon Power Rangers then?
I don't think it's a cartoon. The
It's
day
live
of
action.
it's Day of the Dumpster, or is it? It might be a cartoon.
Because the front looks like a cartoon, but the pictures look
No,
like
it's not.
live action.
No, it's live action in the back.
Okay, okay, yeah.
But I remember this being on TV and stuff like that. Like, but I never watched not one episode of Power Rangers.
I watched one with my niece as a kid, and I had nothing but questions. Like she was like 5, and I was probably 20. So I was like, "Who's this?" And she's like, "Rita Repulsa," and trying to explain to me, and I'm like, "All right."
No, I never watched that. Let's see, here we go. I never was a fan of Care Bears.
Those
Those
lovey-dovey cues you made
lovey-dovey.
me on. The gummy bears, since they were made out of gummy, they used to bounce on their butts. So like to move, they would kind of like, yeah, it was a very weird show.
Rangers. Yeah, I know a lot of people like Power Rangers, and I just never really. I
It
never.
came out when I was like 16 or 17, so I was a little too old for it.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened with me. I didn't. I never got into it. I never watched. I don't know if this is must be a cartoon, but this was in the pile that came recently, so that's why I kept it on the side. But Pokemon, I
Same
don't even know
deal.
what this is.
It got popular when I was in my 20s, so I knew what it was, but
I've been watching cartoons my whole life, and I still watch cartoons to this day. But I've never watched this.
I still think a Pokeball looks like a fishing bobber.
I love the Power Rangers movie.
I actually did
Never
see
watched
the
the show.
new Power Rangers movie. What was it, like Elizabeth Banks or something? I saw that one, but the show I never watched. What's her name? The Pink Ranger was a big deal. Like all my friends loved her, but I never got into it.
Right. No, I never wasn't my cup of tea, I guess. I only watch Power Rangers for
There you
Kimberly.
go.
Yeah,
See,
see?
yeah, the Pink Ranger. My friends all loved her, and I would hear about, oh, you got to see the Pink Ranger, and I'm like, I have, my friend.
Pokemon took over his life. Oh shit! Yeah, I know it's very popular, but I guess I'm just a little too old for it, and it didn't hit me. But even my younger brother and sister are not into that either. So
If I would have been at the right age, it's perfect for me because it's a card game, a video game. There's toys, you know what I mean? It's a huge universe that like touches all this stuff I like. But I was just a little too old when it came out.
yeah, that's the case. Too old. And another one that I never watched was Dragon Ball Z. Even that,
Same deal. Same deal. This
never
Pokemon
into it.
came out just a little too late for me. Um,
I keep the tapes just because I didn't pay for them. They came to me. I got them for free, but
now,
just
what do
to
you
have them.
call?
But I've never
What do you
watched it.
what do you refer to that as? Japanimation or manga? Like, what do you call that?
Yeah, I guess I call it all Japanimation out of, but I'm not savvy on the terms and all that kind of stuff with that shit anyway. So
That's how I am. I always say Japanimation, and then I've had people like give me a side eye. It's like, did I say something racist? If I did, I apologize.
yeah,
That's what.
because you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
You're right. I don't
exactly.
know what I'm talking about.
It was called Japanimation when I was a kid, and then eventually it became something else. So.
Mhm. Let's see here. Then I started watching Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, that's the same deal as Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. It all came in that same overseas bundle they sent us with Power Rangers.
Yeah, yeah. No, it wasn't for
But
me.
We grew up on Transformers, which was a Japanese property that they adapted for America. So it's the same thing. We fell into the same trap as the Power Rangers Pokemon crew. It's just the first generation of it.
Yeah, but I think that the Transformers is probably a lot cooler.
I hate these young kids too.
Sorry, obviously I'm biased, but
Yeah, I feel you.
everything is racist nowadays. Yeah,
That's what I mean. And it's weird because I like people, so I don't want to offend anybody, but I frequently say stuff where somebody's like, "You're not allowed to say that anymore," and I'm like, "I'm not." Damn.
yeah, man. That's you never know. You never know.
I said Eskimo the other day, and I heard a gasp.
Yeah, that's not cool anymore either.
Yes, my bad. I didn't know. I didn't get the memo. My TPS reports are fucked up.
It's like a buddy of mine made a comment on my video, my Christmas special that I did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we were talking about it, and he's like, it might be mild, it might be offensive to homeless people, you know that? And I'm like, I didn't think of that, you know. I was like, oh well.
Well, for
I
the record,
wasn't trying to be offensive. I was just trying to be homeless.
for the record, I'm currently homeless, so I'm not offended. And on behalf of all unhoused people everywhere, I speak. I say it's okay. You're allowed.
I was like, man, I was just trying to like create a funny character, you know what I mean? But I didn't think about that, you know.
Yeah. Robotech.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was on in the morning as well. I had a bunch of the Robotech toys. Those were cool nerd toys.
Really, like I said, I never all the Japanese stuff, like the Asian stuff. I never really got into it.
What about, do you remember when we were kids? It was like,
That's what the '80s, and if it was in the '80s, I was into it.
yeah, the early 80s, there was, oh God, I can't remember what they're called. I keep wanting to call them Skybirds, Thunderbirds, not the puppets. I think that's the Thunderbirds. But then there was
Right.
another Firebirds or something that was like, it looked just like the same animation as Speed Racer. And it was all about people in space. Oh God, somebody in the chat will know. It was the same exact animation as Speed Racer, and it was these folks in space, and it was all, you could tell it was clearly imported from overseas.
Mm.
Firebirds, maybe? I can't remember.
I probably didn't like it because
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of that animation.
it's a different style for sure, and especially all the like, yeah, they're over the top with their reactions. Silverhawks.
Silverhawks.
There you go. I think that is what it was called. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember Silverhawks. And I actually, you know what? I think I did enjoy that show. I think.
It was basically Speed Racer in space. Like, it
Hmm.
was real. It was an early morning one for me. I remember, but it was definitely an import.
Battle of the Planets.
That I think I've seen before on
Oh, I don't know
Cartoon
that
Channel or whatever it was called.
one. Batman going Hawaiian. Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm not like I said. I'm not well versed in the anime at all.
Yeah, I suppose that's the more proper term, is anime instead
Silverhawks
of
came after
anime.
Thundercats. Okay.
Oh, Silverhawks came after Thundercats. No, this was prior to. This was probably early '80s. I was a little boy, but I remember Silverhawks. I think. Oh God, I want to say Firebirds or
I
something
remember
like that.
I remember the name Silverhawks, anyways, and it's kind of like sounding familiar, but
Well, they had toys, and they were like wings. When they would open up their arms, they would have like I don't know, glider kind of deals. I believe the Silverhawks was their thing.
what was that? There was a toy. There was a cartoon and a toy where there. I think it. I'm kind of like thinking of the name as I'm talking about it. But I think they had like pieces of them that were see through,
Oh,
and I think they came off, and you can take it off and put it back on the little men that you could buy. And they also had a cartoon like it was some kind of like bionic or bionicle something or.
I was gonna say, yeah, Bionicle or Holomorphs, Morpha something. They used to have ones that had like holograms on their chest, and then you would kind of like you could take the holograms off and do
And
them.
there were also there was ones like one of them would have his torso was like made of see through plastic and it was like orange, and the other
Oh,
guy had like the other guy's like his arms were like see through and they were like purple, and the other guy's his leg or something one leg was like and the see-through part was like some kind of like advanced, like enhanced part of them somehow. I
Oh,
can't
like
remember.
Crystal. They made so many of these toys. They were all trying to capitalize on the
Yeah,
Star Wars
they
GI
all
Joe
blend
success.
together in my mind. It's like,
Exactly. That's how I run it. Like they made Cops. We were talking about earlier. They made Cops toys and comic books. Mask was all toys and
yeah,
comic
there's so
books.
many. They all blend in my mind. Like, but I mean, obviously, you get the key ones like GI Joe. They don't blend with nothing. Obviously, you know.
Yeah, yeah, they were totally original, one of a kinds, and then a bunch of knockoffs came after them.
Do you remember like your first like did you get like for Christmas like play sets or anything like that? Do you remember getting like your first play set? What your first play set was?
Like I was born, mid '70s, so I was, about the time I was old enough to think and move around without pooping myself. It was pretty much early '80s. So obviously it was Star Wars first. You would get the big black Darth Vader toy carrier case with all the figures and stuff. You buy them at rummage sales and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then I remember we went to a Sears store and they had GI Joe guys. They had like the original 8 and then the little Cobra Commander and stuff. And that was like my first jam. Like I had all of those. I had to have all the toys and play sets. So everything else was kind of like a knockoff of my love of GI Joe, like Transformers and Masters of the Universe. That was all just a knockoff of me loving GI Joe so much.
Yeah, same here. For me, that's my story is almost exactly the same. That I can remember my first kind of play set was the Star Wars, like the Death Star with the trash
The Death
compactor,
Star with the trash compactor and the little
all a bunch of tore up
styrofoam.
little pieces of foam and all that shit. I remember having all that, and then I went from that straight into GI Joe, and then I had the whole set of GI Joe, and then after that, you know what, that dominated most of my childhood. It's like I can only remember those two. I know
Yeah,
my mother used to go crazy at Christmas time. So if you wanted like something from a set, she would
yeah,
buy the whole entire set.
yeah. I
You know
had a
what I mean?
mom who loved Christmas and would do it up too. You would get the action figures. Yeah, for
So
sure.
my brother and I are only 3 years apart. My brother, and he's younger than me. So she always had the mentality like whatever she bought for me would also be for him. So it was like double. It was double worth it, right?
Yeah, yeah. So you can buy you a bunch of GI Joe play sets and figures, and then give him a bunch of different ones, and then between the two of you, you got the whole
Yeah, we got the
army and the
massive
whole
amount of toys.
arsenal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Cyber Crystal Warriors, is that it?
Maybe. See, that's the thing. I needed to like bring up Google and just start looking at a bunch of these, but then I knew I would be staring at Google and not talking to you, so that's why I
That could be it.
didn't.
That could be it. I'm not
They
a
made
hundred.
so many of them. Um, I think there was a Crystar. We saw Thundar go by or whatever it was we were talking about before with old cartoons. I think there was a Crystar, and those were like crystal plastic, whatever Conan the Barbarian ripoffs. Like,
Yeah, that's another one. We had the Castle Gray Skull and a bunch of He-Men. My brother and I, we had that whole set too. Oh, we also have, now that I'm thinking about it, we had the wrestling ring and all the wrestlers.
yeah, the old LJN, the big heavy ones that you
Yeah,
could
the
like
big
beat
heavy
somebody
ones. If you whack somebody in the head with that, man, they'd be like, ouch.
with. For sure. You could kill somebody with a junkyard dog.
Oh, yeah, man. The Big John
Yeah,
stud over the head, man, you're done.
for sure. Yeah, we had all those too. And the ring would make that noise and stuff. Yeah, that
Oh, that's
normally I'm real
adventure, man.
quiet in the middle of the night because I'm up, so as a little kid, I would try to keep it down. I would watch movies or play with my action figures. And when those damn heavy wrestlers came out, that would wake up my parents every night with me body slamming them, throwing them off the top rope and stuff. They were so loud.
Yeah, man. You'd make them jump off the rope and they go flying across the room and your mother come in the room. Like, what the hell just happened? I was like, what? We're playing with the wrestlers.
For sure. Yeah, we would do
Yeah,
the
Professor,
battle
man.
royal.
There's two things. There's two things that I wanted that I never got as a kid. One of them is when in 1985 I wanted the Omnibot, that robot, so badly. You remember the Omnibot that took the tape cassette deck in the chest, and he had it
Yeah.
carried the tray and had a remote control and everything.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted that Omnibot so bad, and I never got it. And I wanted that GI Joe aircraft carrier.
Oh, yeah.
And I never got that either. But I got like all the bases and all the toys and everything else. But she's like, no, I'm not buying that big ass ship, and I never got it.
What the hell is that thing called? Yeah, the flag, the USS
Yeah,
flag.
yeah, that's it.
Yep, the flag was ridiculous. I had a friend who I would go over to his house, and he had the flag in the basement on a table, and it was like it would just like you would almost hear that angel music, like when you'd walk
Yeah.
in the room, and be like,
It's pretty
"Oh!"
big, man. It's pretty big for a toy. Like to have
It
that
was
in
like
your house.
5 feet big. Yeah, it was huge. You couldn't set it like you had to have a room separate for the flag. Like
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
nowadays, people make them into coffee tables. Like you can buy them on eBay and stuff. Like people take the flag and turn it into a coffee table for your living room or
That's pretty
whatever.
cool. Big Lars heading out. Get ready
You
for a
take it
stream
easy,
off
Larry.
at 8.
Have to get ready
From
for
the
a stream.
streams
And hey,
to
look at this
stumbling
guy. He's
adult.
popular.
Yeah, man, that's us. We went from cartoons to adult content back to cartoons again.
Hey, we take the wild ride here, brother.
Get it all up
Uh,
here, man. You get it all up here.
for those of you who are fans of the Horror Cat Dad, he will be on my channel on Sunday. We'll be watching a movie as yet undetermined. At least that's the
Oh, there you
plan.
go. That's
So
very nice. Danzig, I love Danzig.
he took the Crystar villain for his logo.
Oh, did he? I love Danzig.
I'm trusting him.
There was an X-Men knockoff cartoon.
Oh, I'm sure there are. Once something gets successful, a ripoff is on its way immediately.
Big Dog Toys.
Them LJNWF wrestlers, sure they are big dog toys for
Yeah,
sure. You
yeah.
could give
That was a
give an
serious
extra
set, man.
give an extra iron chic to your Labrador Retriever or whatever.
If your buddy called you because that's the only way he's at that time. The only way he's getting a hold of you is if he comes to your door or if he's calling you on the phone. So if your buddy calls you on the phone and says, "Hey, come on over, sleep over at my house tonight, and bring over your wrestlers and your wrestling ring," you know what kind of a chore that was? You have to get your father to help you bring that shit over.
You need like a Santa Claus satchel. Yeah, for sure.
You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I can't bring all my wrestlers, man. You crazy or what? I'll bring
Yeah.
I'll bring 3 or 4 of them, maybe.
You bring the cool ones that are hard to find. You bring the British Bulldogs and Jake the Snake or something. Like you don't dare bring a Hillbilly Jim. Everybody has Hillbilly Jim. Why waste the energy? The thing weighs 2 pounds.
Exactly. Why would you lug that weight all across the neighborhood?
Yeah, those, and actually that's by design. There's like a documentary where they say Vince McMahon took well, first GI Joes came out and they made He-Man, and He-Man was so much bigger than GI Joe, you were supposed to feel like he was big and strong and tough.
Right.
And then She-Ra came out and she was taller than He-Man, and it screwed up the sexual dynamic of them. So when Vince McMahon wanted to put out his wrestlers, he was like, I want the ones that are the biggest and the heaviest. I want it to look like it could stomp on GI Joe. And it's like, you can. Like, those things are ridiculous.
You can stomp on a small person with those things.
Oh, for sure. You could like use it as a foundation for a house.
They were so hard plastic too. Like, man, they were awesome.
Yeah. Oh, if you had 20 or 30 of them, it took a big, heavy box. Like,
And there was such there was such a chew factor when it came to these things, because you'd go over to someone's house and you'd find one of them with the hand chewed off. Because you just sit there as your younger brother or sister sitting there chewing on them.
They were a weird thing because they didn't move. There was no articulation. So they were just figurines that you would bang together like an idiot. Like,
you can force their arms to move like this a little bit and their legs like closing up and everything, but they were so stiff and firm.
Yeah, you'd have to like pretend you were body slamming them or pretend you were jumping off the top rope. A lot of imagination in those.
Yeah, you drop in like those like I said, those big ass figures onto that hollow wrestling ring.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 10 o'clock at night. Your mother's freaking out.
What was all that noise last night? I was like, there's a battle royal, bro.
Well, we're playing with our wrestlers, man. What are you talking about?
Chitara, Evelyn, Baroness. Yeah, Baroness, for sure. The Baroness was way better than anything going on the porno channels at that age. Like I liked her style.
I did like Me the Ladies even as a kid.
That a boy, Professor.
He's a smooth talker, that professor, man.
Yeah, he is.
Dope, yeah. Tie him all up and make him flip through the ropes and all that shit like that, yeah.
I would like the game. You'd put all your wrestlers in a box. And you put the box over here, and then you would do a Royal Rumble where you'd be like, "Oh, and it's time for a new contestant, Big John Stud," and
Oh,
then
he
he would
comes
come
up
in and
for
fight, and be like, "Oh, time for it's Superfly."
yeah, the good
Those-
old days, eh?
yeah. You got any more tapes there?
No, I'm all out of tapes, man.
We worked through them.
We
Atta
worked through
boy.
them all. Well, I mean, I do have more cartoon tapes, but actually, you know what? I do have this one sitting there on the side. I didn't show.
Oh,
It's,
special hidden
it's,
track. Hidden
cheap
track.
ass. I brought it up because it's cheap ass, and it kind of matches, but it's cheap as shit. Look at this Mighty Mouse.
Oh man, there he is. Here I come to save the day.
I
Look
used
at
to,
it.
I used to dig Mighty Mouse when I was young.
Yeah, him and there's some crows.
Not this
Heckle
cheap
and
ass
Jekyll.
Mighty Mouse. The Mighty Mouse that was on TV on the cable TV was pretty. I don't know if this cheap ass Mighty Mouse is the same Mighty Mouse, but
That's what I'm wondering. Because isn't he supposed to have like an M on his chest or something? I don't
yeah, this
remember.
one says Mighty Mouse and Wolf Wolf and Somewhere in Dreamland and Who's Who in the Zoo and the Ductators. That's
The
the episode. That's all the
Ductators.
episodes that he's in.
So there's 5 episodes. Does it say what year on the bottom? Get your magnifying glass out.
Now these things never have the title, the date on them. You know what? Let me take this off. No, there's no date on it. They never have dates on this. This stuff is so shit. The packaging is 88.
Okay.
The packaging is 88, but that
But I bet the cartoon is probably from the 70s or the 60s or something. The
yeah,
actual.
I'm trying to find the rights reserved, but it doesn't show nothing. High quality, yeah, right.
Yeah. That means it was recorded in LP instead of EP.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Look at you with glasses over glasses.
It was recorded in SP.
SP, yeah. That's what you want.
Yeah, that's what I need. I have to put my glasses under the glasses.
And then you still use the magnifying glass? Don't you can't you see ghosts doing that and stuff?
Well, I wish, but no. I wouldn't if I'm using. I have to use this because if I didn't have the glasses weren't so dark, I'd be able just to read it with my glasses on.
Okay.
But
Got
the
it.
glasses are super dark, so I can. I ordered these off of Amazon. I saw these glasses on Amazon. I like the way they look, the shape of them. They were super black and everything, and they
Yeah.
kind of reminded me of like '90s grunge glasses a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So I said, they're like $10 or something like that, and I ordered them. I said they're pretty cool, and then I got them. Let me fix this thing here. And they're nice, they're cool and everything. But they're super dark, man. I think they were, and it doesn't say it in the description, but I think they might have been for people who needed who have eye problems, who need like super dark glasses.
Yeah, I have that. I have light sensitivity because
I
of my
think that
night
they're those
being up
kind
all
of
night.
glasses, but they didn't
Yeah.
advertise them as those kind of glasses. Is what I'm saying, because when you come in outside in the sun, you're fine. But once you come into a house, into anything, they're so dark you cannot see shit.
They're not made for they're the Ray Charles glasses.
Yeah,
They're,
man.
awesome.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, no,
dark.
I like that. A lot of folks wear sunglasses when they do this because, like, right now I'm looking at you. So because of that, my view is weird to the audience. But if I
Yeah.
stare at the camera, then I can't see you. So
Yeah, exactly.
the glasses make it so you don't look so crazy-eyed. You don't look like.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't even think of that, to tell you the truth, but that's not why I wear them. I wear them because the light's in my face, and I'd rather.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually, I don't stream like this, and shortly, I will not be streaming like this. I'll be in my video store again, streaming live from behind the counter, like I was before I moved. So that will be happening in the next, probably by the end of next month. So this
Well,
is
yeah. See,
just temporary.
there's my example of what happens when you don't have a bright ass light in your face just blinding you the whole time. So I totally understand why you have the glasses on. It's like if you
Well,
don't,
not only that, it's like the green screen in the back. It won't work well if there's no light. That's why I got all
yeah,
the bright light, just so look, even
you got to get rid of the shadows and stuff.
even if when I show the tape, if I go too far over it blurs out. You know what I mean? So I gotta have it well lit so that I can.
Yeah, yeah. The magnifying glass disappears. It looks like you're just holding a stick, like
Glasses with glasses, man.
glassception. Exactly. Yeah, Mellow Mutant was taking
All right,
off. I
man.
saw him
Take it easy,
taking off.
buddy.
See you, Mellow.
I didn't see your. Oh, there you are. Gonna head out.
Yeah, appreciate you coming by, my man.
Thanks, my man. Who's too young? Too young. That's not a phrase, is it?
Too young.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. Everybody saying goodbye. Yeah, well, we're gonna wrap it up there in a second. There, thanks, Don, for coming and hanging out with me, man, and talking
Oh,
cartoons and adult triple X adult content.
I like that we hit it about like 45 minutes to an hour into the stream. Like nobody knows it's there. They're going to be like, oh, it's a friendly cartoon talk. And then suddenly we're like, y'all ever heard of Lisa Boyle?
They're gonna be like, "Hey, you see those two guys? Like they're talking about cartoons, then adult stuff, and then cartoons again." Or
Yeah.
they're just gonna be like, Did you see those guys claiming to be talking about cartoons, but they were talking about adult content?" Then a person goes to watch in the beginning. Oh no, they're talking about cartoons. Fast forward to the end. No, talking about cartoons.
Yeah. We sandwiched it. It's what they call a porn sandwich.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gave them a
we
nice
hit the
little nugget
porn
right
in
in
the
the middle.
middle. Yeah. We hit that in the middle for the true believers.
Yeah, that was fun, man. So, like I said, I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me there.
Oh, no problem. You've been one of my main dudes since I've been on YouTube. So I consider you part of the brethren.
Same here, my
So
friend. Same here. And thanks everybody in the stream for coming and hanging out every Friday. That's why I can
yeah,
continue to do this because I know there's certain people that keep showing up all the time. So you keep showing up, and I'll keep showing up, and we'll have a good time.
yeah. When I'm not on screen, I'm usually in the chat as well. So make sure you're here.
Yeah. And yeah, so in the future, I don't know, maybe we'll get together and watch a movie sometime or something like that, or we'll do something.
Yeah, I'll have to try to schedule one where you can stay up late but not too late and hang out on my channel for once.
Well, I've been up late before. Like I've been on Echo streams till like 5, 6 in the morning sometimes. Like when I first
Oh,
started, when I had the video store open. Like I'm not gonna do it in here in this room I'm in now, but when I got my video store open, I'll be up late more often than I am now. So
well, that's the thing with the night owl lifestyle. You got to accommodate people who actually sleep normal hours. You have
yeah,
to
that's it.
understand not everybody's broken.
I like trans porn stars.
That took a weird turn playing down under, but everybody likes what they like. So
That's right.
I'm not. I'm certainly not one to judge. I was just
Roller coaster
espousing
ride
how
with the
hot
Friday
Baroness
stream.
is.
Hey, to each their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, what do you got to do, man? I don't know.
So I
Sometimes you
don't know.
like.
Maybe I might hit you up and talk to you about a little something. I'm working on a little video short thing. This is the first time I'm saying it. I don't know if I should say it out loud or not. But anyway, I'm
No
working.
one's watching you.
I'm writing on a little short video. I'm doing with Professor Macabro,
Oh,
and
I'm a fan.
I may need a third character in there. So maybe if you, I know you like to dress up and do some characters and shit too sometimes on your channel. So
I've been known to be a weirdo. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So maybe if I need you, we can work something out.
Oh yeah, you know how to find me.
Cool.
I'll be the tall guy in the snowstorm, screaming in the pile of cheerleaders.
Who are
I
you?
am.
All right. I want the sub.
Well, who are any of us really? You know, at this stage of my life, I'm not even sure I know who I am. Um, I am Night Owl Movie Talk.
Look at the
Because,
scrolling banner down there. It says Night Owl special guest Night Owl movie talk,
yeah, I'm up in the
and I
middle of the
will
night
put his
and I'm
link.
talking about movies.
Your link will be in the description later. It's just that on StreamYard, it's all they don't let you tag anybody and shit like that. So I got to
I
put it live and then go back and then tag the people and all that shit. You know.
That's my plan too. Put the chapters in, put the hashtags, go through. Yeah, you got to put a second update afterwards.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Well,
all right,
thanks for joining me to tapes. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it also as well.
Cheers.
Drinking beers and checking tapes. All right, everybody, we're out of here. Thanks everybody for stopping by, and we'll see you next Friday. Let's see how long it takes for this to end now.
Adios, amigos.